What is going on? We are back in black in the building. Man, shout out to everybody at the Court Plantation. Man, I couldn't do the podcast this Sunday. Shout out to my brother David from No Compromise. I was getting prepared for his podcast that I did. Man, it was beautiful. It was an honor to do his podcast, and I can't wait to do a part 2, 3, and 4. Shout out to my brother David from No Compromise. Hey. Man. Shout out to everybody at the Court Plantation. If you're there, if you're not there. Shout out to everybody out there that's been supporting the CMOS, man. Shout out to all of my other black businesses like the G-Line and Buttered and Bliss and my brother David's nonprofit organization and his paintings and everything, man. Shout out to that brother. And, man, I can't wait to purchase some more stuff, man. I hope that brother start making clothes so I can start wearing his clothes. I'm telling you right now, I'm tired of wearing everybody else's shit. And I'm not talking about everybody as my people. I'm talking about everybody like the Dominant Society and Da Vinci. I don't wear that shit anyway, but I ain't trying to wear it. Fuck Nike, fuck all that shit. Invest in your own. Hey. Man, we gon', you know what I'm saying? We gon' talk. Hey, man, say what you want. Hey, man, what's good, bro? Man, I ain't seen you in a minute. What's up, man? You got some new content up? So I go check out your page, man. Shout out to my brother, Say What You Want podcast. He got a dope podcast, man. I support everybody, man. It is what it is, man. Man, we gonna get into it, though, man. We gonna talk about some shit. We gonna talk about the Phoenix Suns owner, Robert Sarver. You see how I talked about the Nigerian brother from the head coach of the Boston Celtics. You see how they trying to throw his ass under the bus because he having a relationship with somebody. Come on, man. Stop. But hey, man, y'all gonna learn that, man, you do not want to be the fall guy or lead major. We gonna get into it. Okay, you gonna have some more up soon? All right, for sure, man. You know I'm gonna check you out, bro. Man, we gotta get into it, man. I ain't got much time. Let's do it. Hey. Calm down. Oh, and before we get into it, man, shout out to everybody. Mariah, Tasha, Shawnee, Eric in the building, stand up. Man, hopefully I'll get ready to be interviewing my cousin again, too, so we can do a part 2, 3, 4, 5. And eventually, like my brother David said, I'm going to try to see if I can get, one day, hopefully I can get my cousin Mariah with all my siblings, like we used to do at my mama's house. And then I can just ask them questions and get their responses. It's going to be hard because everybody got their own schedules, but I'm pretty sure that everybody want to do it. Hopefully, we'll get it in there. Let's handle it. Hey. Yeah, man. I wanted to jump on this real quick to talk about the Phoenix Suns owner. That's why the topic is wealthy. Guilty, but wealthy. Guilty and wealthy. You guilty, but he's wealthy. We're going to fine him $10 million. We're going to suspend him for a year. We're going to make him sell the team. Sounds like Donald Sterling all over to me. All those other Dominant Society people knew what the fuck this man was doing and what he was saying. They just didn't care. This goes on at the Court Plantations every single day. Just like I was watching that Tim Donaghy thing on Netflix. David Stern was complicit. Talking about he want to work with the FBI. You know what the fuck was going on. You knew what was going on. You knew what was happening. You just trying to change it. Let me tell you something, man. When are we going to wake up as a people? When are we gonna have togetherness? See, that's when you like, as an NBA, that's when you gotta go to the head and say, hey man, this racist shit has gotta stop. We striking. Cause y'all doing too much. I'm tired of these fans calling us niggas, spitting on us, treating us crazy. Then you got the owners calling us niggas, treating us crazy. Nah, y'all not paying enough money for this. Not even a little bit. So until y'all figure this out and get this situated, nah, man, we can't do this no more. But I get it, man, because a lot of the times, man, you're not going to stand up on principle and on purpose. You're just going to do what you want to do to get by. That's why there's a lot of conformists. This is the one thing that I've learned about the dominant society. Not only do they stick together, they'll just step away when one of their fellow comrades are getting ambushed, but they'll help them secretly. They're always on code. They always know how to change the narrative, flip it. You notice Robert Sarver, he's getting in trouble for all this bullshit. Then all of a sudden they bring up the black coach from Boston because he fucking somebody at the job. It's like, man, come on, man. That happened at every corporate plantation in the United States of America Incorporated. Stop. But they always, you notice when they find a white person guilty, they always go find some type of a nigga. Remember, you had Harvey Weinstein, then they found Bill Cosby. Jeffrey Epstein, then they found R. Kelly. This is never going to stop. This is always going to continue. And it brings sadness to my heart because you watch this go on and you watch how they stick together and be on code as they live full of junior states. But then when it comes to our own, we don't do that. We want to play all these games. I was dealing with this, a little bit with the little CMOS thing trying to get popping off. You know what I'm saying? I'm dealing with these people. First of all, I don't mind people window shopping and stuff, but there's a difference between window shopping and just being fucking nosy. And what I don't like about my people a lot of the times is you don't want to invest in each other, but then you still want to stay around and be nosy and cause mischief and sow discord. Because I had a situation too where I had some people that wanted to, they were already buying the CMOS. So they were already buying it and purchasing it. David, you gonna like this. If David listens to this, I know Tasha gonna like this too. Mariah is too. So they purchasing the CMOS or whatever. No problem. But they were going through a third party. I set that up. The reason why I set, the third party is because it was just more convenient for me to make it and get it to them on time. And I'm not dealing with 10 different people's schedules and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's why I had set up this way. And they only knew about it through one of the third parties that got it from me. So, I made it. Boom. Okay, I like it. Shit, let me start buying it. Hey, I know some other people might want to fuck with it. So I'm like, all right, cool, man. Do your thing. I appreciate you supporting it. You know what I'm saying? And I understand these black women's point of view. I get it. You know what I'm saying? They didn't like the third party, whether the third party was Asian or white or Latino. They didn't like it. They wanted to go straight to the source. My thing is this. I'm busy and I don't have time to play 21 questions over no text message about some a jar of CMOS that probably costs less than a Dove sack of some motherfucking herb. So I set it up that way on purpose. Now, most of the people that I deal with that purchase CMOS, my sister, everybody, man, they just pay. I bring it to them. It ain't no big deal. They ain't tripping. That's different. They were the ones that were supporting it from the beginning. Tasha and Mariah and those people. So that's different. But if I put it to you like this, let's just use my cousin Mariah. Let's say my cousin Mariah was like, hey, my nigga, I know some other people that want to purchase it from you. All right, cool. And she's like, all right, well, I'm like, all right, well, here, I'll make it. I'll give it to you, and then you can take it to them. They can pay you. You can pay me. That's what my cousin would do. My cousin would be like, all right, cool. We'll just do that. And after, so many buys, if it's more convenient for me to step in, fine. But if it's not, we'll just keep doing it the way it is. Because if my cousin was going to see them more than I will, what's the point of me stepping in and dealing with the situation when I can just make it, keep giving it to my cousin, she give it to them, they pay, that's it. Well, this is what I didn't like about these particular people, and this is the thing about my people. I feel like we got to grow up and we got to think big time. If you don't like the way something is being done, that is your natural right to go somewhere else and not patronize that business. Now, there's several people. Shout out to Nuke. Shout out to the homegirl Roxanne who I interviewed. There's several people that are like, I would say people that are, they're like the go-between. Like, they're the third party. They like, hey, Warren, man, I know some people that might want to buy your CMOS. You know what I'm saying? You want to make something? I'm like, all right, cool. And I take it to them, and they take it to the people with no problem. They ain't had no problem. And those people that get it from Nuke or Roxanne, or they ain't tripping. They like, all right, well, this person in particular, they question it. And I think they're questioning because this person, he wasn't black, so they figure, you know, she's white, so they figure, okay, well, I don't want to deal with her. That's fine. But I specifically was like, nah, I'm not trying to deal with no extra people. And that isn't just because it's y'all niggas, because I'm busy. I got a job. I got shit to do. And I don't have time to be meeting people on different schedules. So if it's more convenient this way, we just gonna do it this way. Well, these motherfuckers was like, well, fuck it, we ain't doing it that way. We still want to go. So what I don't particularly appreciate about a lot of people is the messiness. First of all, don't act like you ain't never heard about the CMOS and play all these games. You know what I'm saying? And then you play all these games and trying to catch motherfuckers up because you ain't got nothing. You ain't got no time on you. You got too much time on your hands. We have to be productive with whatever we do and whatever we're trying to do. When I purchase stuff, like my brother Dave from No Compromise, he can verify this. And the sisters that I purchased my glasses from too, my wine glasses. When I purchased from them, I didn't pester them to death. I didn't bother them all day. Man, what's the price and what it is, and let's get it done. Let's recycle these black dollars. David already know. He already know. I'm verified through David. He can tell you. My family know the same thing. We do the same thing. We don't just keep pestering, keep pestering. Now, this motherfucker went around the person that was the third party, which I didn't like already. Then they disguised themselves like they were a new customer when they had already been getting the CMOS from this third party. And then after all that, when I got a chance to talk to the third party, they was like, nah, I already told them, don't contact you like that. And I'm like, oh. And then at the end, I'm like, well, how did you hear? Then this person is being very elusive. And these are people that are in their 50s and 60s. And I'm not used to that because I thought that once you cross a certain age and threshold, you ain't got time to be being messy and playing all these games. And I'm just kind of like, man, this is the shit that I don't like. So let me tell y'all what I did. I basically was like, those prices you got were just a discount off the referral. Without that referral, you gonna pay far more. Okay, thank you. But see, this is what these people didn't know. They was talking shit about the process and how long it take. And I've clearly instructed anybody who purchased from me, look, if you don't want to wait on the process, then keep it moving. This is the process. This is how long it take. I explain it to everybody. I break it down, and that's it. And I'm not finna sit up here and justify for you because, nigga, I already got a job. I already work at the Court Plantation. So I'm not finna sit up here and waste my time with no motherfucker. So after all that, then this motherfucker want to act like they ain't never had the CMOS before. They don't know the process. Playing all these bullshit bubblegum games and shit. But the whole time, it had been brought to my attention that the messy bitches was already complaining about the turnaround times and stuff. And I'm telling y'all this so y'all can learn from this. So I'm thinking like, okay, well then why didn't they just go somewhere else? Because I'm very big on, well, you don't have to wait on me. Go somewhere else. My product sells itself. And when the third party told them, look, I'm not finna pester Warren about hurrying up your shit. If you don't want him to do your own, then go somewhere else. You can go get that shit off the internet. And that's my cousin Mariah was saying, my sister Mariah was saying, nigga, you gonna pay triple what I'm charging. See, they didn't want to go on the internet. They just wanted to be messy. And after that, I had to, then after all this was said and done, y'all, after all this shit was said and done, the motherfucker still, this bitch still texts, texts one of my phone numbers, like, oh, I hope I didn't overstep. Bitch, you know what you did. Stop playing the bullshit games. And stop being fucking messy. Talking this, oh, I don't want to go through no third party. Bitch, you just want to be nosy, man. Get the fuck on. And that's the problem. When's the last time you went into Gucci and said, well, I want to speak to the owner of Gucci? They gonna laugh at you and be like, here's the corporate number, call this number, get the fuck on, clown. But only us, we want to be like, oh, I want to, well, then get the fuck on. Take your business somewhere else. That's what I'm saying. You look at these dominant society people, this is the second coach in the NBA that been busted with some racist bullshit. And they just keep doing the same shit. Well, we're going to fine you $10 million. $10 million to a fucking billionaire is fucking $10 to a nigga that's got $10,000. That ain't no fucking money to them. But they stick together. And that's the thing that I'm trying to say. We so busy trying to disrupt the process of another person's business, we're not even looking at the long haul like, damn, I'm not trying to bring all this drama to this person, man. It ain't that deep. But a lot of these messy motherfuckers that ain't got no lives and ain't got no ambition, no purpose, and who they are and what they want to do, they'll take the time to do that. Well, I'm from the old school. I don't want your fucking business. And nigga, and I got a right to choose who I want to sell to and who I don't want to sell to. That's why I was like, nah, man, I'm good. You don't have to worry about none of that shit because it ain't that deep. Because we have to learn to work together. Stop trying to be destructive and be messy. And I should have known it because I'm like, why is this person being elusive over the text message? Like, I'm like, well, how did you hear from him? How did you get the referral? Oh, I just want to know the prices. And here's the thing that really bothered me. I know David Tajmar, listen to this part. I said, so how'd you hear from? Oh, I was gifted some CMOS. And I'm thinking, gifted? Okay, cool. No, it turns out you had already been purchasing the CMOS from me. You just wanted to get rid of the motherfucking third party, come straight to me and think I'm going to be jumping through all these hoops. Man, get the fuck on, man. That's the problem with us, man. We play games. We think it's funny. But we brag and boast about how much money we spend with the white folk, with the Chinese people, with the Latino people. We brag about that shit. We boast about it. But when it comes to us, we want to tear it down. So Discord, be nosy, start all these problems. That's why when I looked at the phone, oh, can you please text me? Man, I'm not calling you. Nigga, I got a job. I don't got time to be going back and forth with no motherfucker like that. So y'all already know, Warren. People that really know me know me. I don't want your business. So get the fuck on. So take that money, and the thing that irritated me the most, it was the purple CMOS. And I was trying to roll that out to people that had already been bringing me people. So I'm like, man, bitch, you just got the first. I'm pissed off about that shit, but it's all good. Because when I roll this next phase out, it's going to be messy proof. And this is what I mean. Y'all go look at the NBA. Go look at Robert Sarver and go look at these other NBA owners and shit. It's full of racism in there, but you see they stick together. Ain't there one of the NBA players that's like, nah, man, let's dig deeper and see how long he's been doing this. I think we should start doing investigations on all these owners. And let's start holding them accountable. At least LeBron did say the NBA got that wrong. That's because the NBA commissioner is the dominant society motherfucker. And he ain't your friend. I don't care how much he shake your hand like a brother. See, that's the thing. When you have people that are under you or around you that's in the forward movement of your program, you don't allow, I don't give a fuck. Let me tell you something. Motherfuckers be talking this black empowerment and all this other shit, and that's fine. But, man, talk to me with your dollars. Don't talk to me with your messy bullshit. This is what I mean. We always complain about, oh, ain't enough jobs, ain't this. We don't have enough money, we don't have this. And then when the shit is provided, niggas be the main niggas with that dusty bullshit mentality, want to sow discord and cause all these fucking problems. And then the Latino community and the Asian community and everybody else passes right by us, and then we be mad, complaining, talk about what it for us. I'm not saying every black person is like that. I'm just saying a lot of motherfuckers have a lot of dysfunctional, I would say, energy. And they want to bring that to you. Well, you're not bringing that to my business. And I suggest anybody that has a black business or thinking about starting one, I don't care who they are. If they black and they messy, get the fuck away from them. Like I said, we're fighting two wars. We're fighting against the dominant society, and then we're fighting against our own people, the Tethers, the Coons, the Sambos. Now, I don't know these people personally, but I'll tell you this. If I told the third party, look, man, I don't want nobody contacting me. If they don't want to keep getting like this, then they can go somewhere else because I don't have time. I actually have a job too. So I don't have time to be driving all over the city of Las Vegas and Henderson and all, man, nigga. I don't have time for that. And if you're going to see them more than me, that's what it is. But once you think, oh, well, I'm going to just go around that person, then you can go around and get the fuck on. And go on the internet and buy that shit, as my cousin Mariah say, and watch them niggas hit you for the woo-wop. But look, man, remember, stick together, stay in your lane, focus on you, and everything else will follow. And you know what? In my words that I always say, like the book, Slavery by Another Name. Guilty, nigga. I'm out. Peace.